Coming up right now on SUTV News, flags are still missing outside of President Rood's house.
And police reported an intruder around Shippensburg. These stories and more.
SUTV News starts right now.
Coming back in 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
And thanks for joining us on SUTV News. I'm Kyle Rogers.
And I'm Amanda Peterson. It's happening again. Off-campus female residents are seeing an unwelcome guest. Campus and state police have received 2 reports of males entering homes on Richard Street and High Street over the past month. If you see anything, don't wait to let police know.
One of the problems that we're having in catching this person is people wait to make the report to us. So as soon as this happens, we need to know about it.
Students are reminded to keep their doors and windows locked and to call state police if they have any information. The number here is 717-254-4701.
After an hour-long meeting today, Senate still hasn't reached a deal or decision on Edder's operational hours. Dr. Johnson Coyle, Director of Student Health, urged Senate again today to make the change. Coyle says changing the hours will help Edder use Senate's money more efficiently. Several representatives questioned Dr. Coyle's proposal and didn't see a need for a change. Senate President Comfort Dixon says shifting Edder's hours may not sit well with the students.
So for them to potentially move hours, as the terminology was used, instead of cut hours, I think it's really tough on students and possibly a bigger inconvenience than it is now. It's like a case study. We just need more and more information so we have more to back us up.
Senate will discuss the changes in the upcoming weeks. Comfort says she will be surveying students to get their opinion on the changes. All students are encouraged to participate. Well, the hard work students put in all year is praised every spring at the celebration of Student Research Conference. Now the provost is praising those who make the conference happen. Dr. Barbara Lyman has chosen Dr. Dietrich Ward of the History Department and Dr. Lori Sella of the English Department to get this year's Provost Award for Extraordinary Service. Dr. Lyman said that their planning and research made last year's conference a success.
2 weeks ago, flags were stolen from President Rood's lawn. 2 suspects were seen on the tape taking the flags from the flagpole in front of the Martin House around 3:14 a.m. The suspects were seen leaving in the direction of the steam plant. The SU Police Department is investigating and they are working with Borough and Township Police. This isn't the first time that SU Police have dealt with stolen school property. Last semester, police were investigating letters that were stolen from the sign at the main entrance of our campus. If you have any information on the flag theft, you can contact the Director of Public Safety at 717-477-1444. And Red Raider football alumni Chris Minner passed away in his sleep Wednesday night. Chris was a defensive lineman for the SU football team from 2001 to 2004. He was an All-PSAC Western Division second team selection. He played under the defensive unit led by the current head coach, Coach Mark Majeski. The Red Raiders will honor Chris by featuring his initials CM on their helmets.
If you happen to see pets parading through Shippensburg this weekend, don't be alarmed. The Better Days Animal League is hosting a 5K walk for owners and their pets Saturday morning near the Ship CV Rail Trail. The event will showcase some of Better Days' adoptable animals and give students an opportunity to volunteer. Animal-loving students are encouraged to come out between 7 and 11 Saturday morning to learn about how they can become a part of the Better Days shelter. For more information, visit betterdaysanimaleague.com.
Driving down 81 is not only a familiar commute for SHIP students, it's also a trip through history. Next Thursday, SHIP Conservation of Natural Resources professor Dr. Paul Marr will speak about the historical importance of one of Pennsylvania's most valuable interstates. Following the presentation, Dr. Marr and Stephen Deck, a senior planner for the PA Transit Coordination Study, will host a panel discussion on some of the contemporary issues 81 faces. The lecture will take place Thursday, September 29th at 7 p.m. in the Memorial Auditorium. The event is sponsored by South Mountain Speaker Series and is free to all students. Now the construction is almost done on the Cub. It needs to be decorated. If you like art and graphic design, then this contest is for you. There are chances to design signs and window clings, plus a few things to paint. You can find applications at ship.edu/cub. Applications and design proposals are due October 31st.
Former adjunct professor Lynn Ullman was back on campus yesterday. Now, she left campus to pursue her own artistic dreams. After spending some time painting works with themes of nature, she came to share them at the Lehman Library. Her work is on display at the ground floor of the library. She hopes that students will come in and get a feel for what she was trying to capture.
I don't know what they'll think about my work and me, and what have they gained from looking at these. It'll be so different from each person.
Meanwhile, another Shippensburg artist debuts his exhibit tonight, and it's all part of a new program highlighting art students in Shippensburg.
And I was really focused on getting really crisp lines, making everything look believable, and
Michael D'Ambrosio's interest in art started in his second year at Shippensburg.
I spend a lot of time observing what it is that I'm drawing, and especially with the watercolors being abstract and non-objective, they're still really complex.
Now, the Shippensburg senior can't get art off his mind.
I'm in my head trying to decide what it's going to look like.
With the brush of water paint, his masterpiece is born.
The name of this piece is called Do You See It? See spelled S-E-A, like the ocean or the sea.
A work he began with no idea in mind.
I just thought it was kind of witty. I don't know if everyone will see that it is a landscape, so it's posed as a question asking if you do see it or not.
Michael's art is now part of a new exhibit in Huber Art Center.
It's a place for students to show their stuff.
Every 2 weeks, a new student artist will be featured in the student gallery.
Makes me feel a little nervous because I know for the next week there's going to be people walking in and out, seeing it and judging it. But mostly I'm just definitely really happy that it all came together and accomplished.
Check out Michael's work in the student gallery at the Huber Art Center for the next couple weeks. The art department will spotlight 5 student artists a semester. That definitely takes talent. I can't even color within the lines. Coming up next on SUTV News, national headlines are making some changes in the ROTC. We'll tell you why.
And Casey Peel is here with your weekend weather. But first, Chelsea Waking is here with this week's preview of the slate.
This week in the slate, we have an article in sports on the men's soccer game occurring on Saturday, and an article on the field hockey game. In Ship Life, we have an article on the Thought Lot reopening, and we also have Pet of the Week. And if you'd like to contribute your pet for Pet of the Week, email us at slate.shiplife@gmail.com. Check out the slate on Tuesday.
Welcome back. This weather this week has been so back and forth. I know I've been caught in the rain a whole bunch of times.
It's kind of like that Katy Perry song, hot then cold and then out, temperatures up and down.
Absolutely.
I know, I'm pretty cheesy. But, you know, you wake up, you don't know whether or not to wear shorts or a jacket this week.
Absolutely. So let's go to Casey Peel. She's here to tell you what to wear this weekend.
Now we've had, again, another wild week with weather. It's been up and down with sun and rain. So let's take a look at current conditions. Right now it's a little bit stormy with a high of 77 and a low of 64. And let's see what the weekend is going to bring for us. Friday it's going to be rainy with a high of 71 and a low of 59. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a high of 69 and a low of 55. And Sunday we're going to get some showers again with a high of 73 and a low of 59. Now this week's green tip of the week is a good one for you college kids. When you're going to the ATM or pay at the pump gas station or even a Starbucks, just say no to a receipt. You'll save a ton of paper. That's all I have for you guys this week. I'm Casey Peel.
Tuesday brought some long-anticipated changes to the military. The repeal of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy finally took effect. This means an extra class for the ROTC Raider Battalion.
We discussed the issues that could possibly be presented by the repeal of the policy, but in the end, soldiers' ability is based on leadership and treating everyone with dignity and respect. And if you follow those guidelines of dignity and respect, sexual orientation doesn't matter.
The repeal of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy is seeing a lot of positive feedback. The planetarium in Franklin Science Center wants to bring out the lunatic in you. By lunatic, they mean someone who is moonstruck. They are hosting a show next Tuesday, Let's Be Lunatics Tonight. They hope for students to come out and learn more about the moon. Tickets are only $1 and the show starts at 7:30 Tuesday night.
Aren't we lunatics every night?
Absolutely.
Calling all history buffs, the Associate Dean of Students, Robert Smith, is giving the SHIP community a chance to see some of its history. Smith has been collecting all kinds of things from 1871 all the way to today. The exhibit will be in the Cub Raider Lounge during homecoming weekend. Take some time out of your tailgating to take a trip down memory lane. Coming up on SUTV News, find out how Shippensburg is helping kids learn to read. And the Red Raider football team got a fabulous win this weekend. Sean Gallagher is here with all the details. Thanks for staying with us over the weekend. The Red Raider football team had their first home game of the season. Sean Gallagher is here with the highlights and the rest of your Raider Nation sports updates. Hey.
After an impressive victory at Gannon, the Red Raider football team looked to stay hot as they took on the Clarion Golden Eagles in their home opener. Our own Christian Wright has the highlights.
Shippensburg's quarterback Zach Zulli is going to run the ball up the middle for a touchdown. Score 9-7 Shippensburg. Zulli's going to hand off the ball to number 5, Kevin Harrod, who's going to take it into the end zone for the score. 16-14 Shippensburg. Zulli hands it off to number 24, Mike Burnett, who drives it up the center and fights his way in for a touchdown. Zulli's going to hand it off to Mike Burnett again, who goes up the middle, takes it into the end zone for the Red Raiders. Score 37-14 Ship. Clarion's quarterback Ben Friskus attempts a pass, but is picked off by Ship's James Brennan, who takes it in for a touchdown. Clarion's quarterback Eric Coxon hands off to number 2, Brendan Ankins, who takes it into the end zone. Ship's going to hand it off to the left side to Rashawn McCain, who will take it in for a touchdown. Final score of the game is 54-24 Shippensburg. SUTV Sports' Lindsay Barna caught up with Coach Mack after Ship's victory to get his opinion on the game.
I'm here with head coach, Coach Mack. Mack, when did you think that you were going to win this? The first quarter, it wasn't that great, but after the second, you started to pick it up.
Well, yeah, you know, it wasn't really comfortable until the third quarter when we scored a couple times there and the defense was able to score, and that helped us out. But the first half was tough, and like I told you guys all week, that Clarion plays tough, and they're aggressive, and they were hitting us around today. So, again, our guys did a great job. We got to cut down on the penalties, and, you know, we just got to keep working hard and get better for next week.
Thank you, Coach.
For SUTV Sports, I'm Kristen Wright.
The Red Raiders will travel to CW Post to take on the Pioneers in their first PSAC East matchup this Saturday at 1 p.m. You can listen to the game on Shippensburg's radio station, WSYC 88.7 FM, and online at WSYC.org. Winning is always something that a first-year head coach focuses on. Coach Mack does, but he is also aware that interaction with the community is just as important. Kristen Wright took in Coach Mack's weekly roundtable at Newt's Pub & Grill this past Thursday.
Need your exclusive update on Red Raider football? Check out Coach Mack at Newt's Thursday nights. Coaches, fans, and alumni gather together for great food and to talk football. Even President Root came out to support Coach Mack.
People are enjoying it. I think it really builds camaraderie and support of Shippensburg University and support of the athletic program.
I want to get it out to the community. I want people to get involved with our program, and also not just as far as on Saturday at the games, but I want them to know what the football players do, what they go through.
Interaction with fans is important to Coach Mack.
I want it to be that. I want to be, you know, people asking questions, people having fun, because they're having fun here. They'll go out and tell somebody else, and hopefully they'll bring some people, you know, more people the following week.
For SUTV Sports, I'm Kristen Wright.
You can see Coach Mack at Newt's Pub & Grill every Thursday during the football season from 6:30 to 8 p.m. In other sports news, senior forward Katie Puffnock of the Red Raider field hockey team was honored as the PSAC West Division Player of the Week. Puffnock had 10 points in Shippensburg's 3 victories this past week, which included a game-winning goal against CW Post. The field hockey team is currently 6-2 overall and 2-0 in the PSAC West. The men's basketball team has announced their captains for the upcoming season. Seniors Craig Manskyak and Jordan Decision were chosen by Coach Dave Springer and the team on Wednesday. The basketball season kicks off on November 12th. For SUTV Sports, I'm Sean Gallagher.
ROTC students do a lot of things well, and running is one of them. Runners, join them at the 32nd annual ROTC 10K Run. The 10K begins at 9 a.m. on October 1st. The registration table opens at 8 at Haggis Fieldhouse. It's $10 for students, $15 if you would like a t-shirt. For community members, registration is $20, $25 with a t-shirt. All proceeds benefit the Raider Battalion. If you're interested, contact any ROTC cadet or Mr. Gene Misdale at ebmizdal@ship.edu.
Shippensburg University is proud to be a part of a reading recovery program. Reading Recovery finds and helps young students who struggle with learning how to read. SHIP is part of a community of schools that help with this program. Now, SHIP will share in a $46 million grant with other universities that are a part of the program. And before we go tonight, SUTV's entertainment correspondent Ramar Main is here with some weekend plans. Hey, Ramar.
Thanks, guys. The return of the Nefertiti Miss Black and Gold Scholarship Pageant is back. The pageant will be held September 24, 2011 at Memorial Auditorium. The show starts at 7 p.m. and will feature 7 women from diverse campus activities such as Resident Life, Elite Fashion Group, and women's basketball. Tickets are $7 and the after party that will be held in the Cub NPR is $5. So if you're planning on going to both events, you can buy tickets for the show and the party for $10. The pageant is sponsored by the Iota Sigma chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. So come on out and show your support for the lovely contestants as well as the Alphas. The Alphas will also be hosting a haircut fundraiser this Friday from 2 to 7 p.m. in Naga Hall Rec Room. Haircuts are $5 and all proceeds will benefit the Shippensburg Public Library. Now back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Ramar. And that is it for SUTV News. You got any plans on Saturday?
I think I have a hot date with you, Kyle.
Oh, snap. We are headed to Philadelphia. We are nominated for Best College Newscast among the Mid-Atlantic chapter of the National Television Arts and Sciences. So we will find out on Saturday.
Very proud, very fierce competition up against Temple University. We're so excited to be going, and I just can't wait.
So congrats to you.
Congrats to you.
Thank you. That'll wrap it up for us tonight. Thanks for watching. I'm Kyle Rogers. Find us online at facebook.com/SUTV News.
And I'm Amanda Peterson. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.
Good night.